I'm just kidding.
All right. There you are. You are live.
As a kid, I always went like this. Ready?
I always did like the weird like belly roll thingy.
That I cannot.
Or like trying to like talk with my tummy.
Oh,
I don't know.
kids.
Alright, might be back or text me when you're over at my place.
Okay. Cool. Thanks, Rachel.
Thanks, Rachel. You watch this.
Yeah.
You can take a nap for real though. We'll be out here.
Yeah, I mean, we're not that exciting. We get it.
I have to stay away from it. Stay away.
Oh, hi.
But when I'm done, I have to stay away. Trust me, I'll be asleep. I've conditioned myself. I'm taking copious amounts of naps.
Fair enough. Oh, very cool, girl. Rising above the flames, out of the ashes. If you guys are just coming up, Kristen, the artist here, is painting a different model every day of ArtPrize with a different theme. And every theme is something that the model has personally dealt with or is very close to. So far she's covered anorexia, PTSD, other eating disorders, different types of abuse, sexual abuse, child abuse. We're talking about bipolar today. And you can read some of the model stories here. If you don't want to wait around till 8 p.m. for the final work to be done each day, you can grab one of the vote code cards. Just put her name or her code into the ArtPrize website and it'll pull up her page, and every night she puts the full design up so you can see what she's done so far and kind of what she does over the next 10 days as well. So feel free to ask questions, take pictures, share with your friends, whatever you guys need or would like to do. Pull this a little closer. Oh, don't say that sound, I might accidentally do a kick. Oh, hold on. You're pulling.
Am I? Oops.
I'm a wreck. Pull this a little closer. There you go. There we go. I just need you to tell me. That's all I need.
Like that, I'm like,
oh, look at this. Oh, yeah. That's right. Something else that line's right here. Show it moving in. Moving on in. How are you doing, sir?
All right. You?
Oh, excellent. So, yeah.
Painted? You like being painted?
Oh, yeah, sure. Anything to share a story that might empower others, definitely. So Kristen is painting a different model every day of ArtPrize with a different story, including the ones you see here. These are personal stories, as well as some of the issues that are listed on the banner. Well, all of those will be dealt with, but others as well. And every model has either been through, is currently going through, or is very close to whatever the theme is for that day. We're really trying to be as vulnerable as we can about sharing our stories to help empower others to come to terms with their own, share it, or get the help that they need. So.
It's a moving target also.
Oh yeah, right. I gotta stop moving.
But you know what? It's still better because I mostly paint children, so this still is like nothing compared to those kids wiggling in my chair.
Right. Face painting, of course. Oh.
That's cool.
Thank you.
Oh, very cool. Love the art today. My favorite so far. Oh, thanks, Rick.
Aww. Thanks, Rick.
Everybody's got their favorite ones.
Right? How fun is that?
I really like the compass one that I did on you. The last one we did on
A lot of people mentioned it to me after.
Did they?
They said they really loved the design and how you told the story. Just all the pieces that came together. It was great.
Goosebumps.
Yeah. I need about 3 years going down my backside. That's right. Yeah, I look like a plucked goose.
Yeah, I'm so happy that my son made it.
Oh, that was sweet. He's a good little promoter too.
That's my mom.
Aww. So for those of you just kind of coming over, this is Kristen. She is the artist for this exhibit. She's a professional face and body painter, and what she's doing is painting a different theme every day of ArtPrize. Almost every day she has a different model, and that model is directly connected to that theme, either something they have dealt with, are currently dealing with, or are very close to. So far she's covered anorexia, PTSD, coming out, transitioning, sexual abuse, child abuse. Today we're talking about being bipolar, and you can read some of the model's stories here. Everyone that's up here will be involved with this project at some point. These are some statistics, and we'll be covering all of those topics as well as more. She paints every day from about 12 to 8, so give or take about 165 hours of painting during the course of ArtPrize. Sometimes she puts in a little overtime. If you want to see the final design from each day, you can pick up one of the little vote code cards. It also has her name on it. You can put either into the ArtPrize website, and each night she'll put the final design, so you can see the ones from like PTSD. She had an ex-Marine, and she did half of him was military uniform, the other half was kind of his bullet holes and his memories, his scars, personal scars, and then on the back they had his entire Marine rifle code written out. So it was really pretty powerful, and we've done, again, so far, anorexia, coming out as a lesbian, transitioning, sexual abuse, child abuse, and then this one will be up later tonight. So feel free to read the stories, share the resource number if you know anybody that needs it, grab a card to see the designs, and enjoy. You can take pictures, ask questions, whatever you guys would like to do. I love how you just blend in and go, see? Creative genius.
You're flaming.
I am, you know, I played tennis in high school, and we were on the bus, and somehow over the bus radio came another team talking about us, and they called us a bunch of lesbians. I don't know why. I wasn't even at that point that I knew of. They must have had an inkling. And so we made t-shirts and named our team the Flamers because of that.
Oh my gosh, that's
Just so when we saw them at the next tournament, we could just be like,
yes.
can't get us down, y'all. It'd be great. Man. I'm not gonna stop hearing about that. Are you okay? I didn't know. Call me if you need me. You're fired. Oh, I hope not.
No,
It's
you're
the only
not.
one I'm worried about.
On what grounds? You were being
honest.
honest. It was for art.
Yeah.
It was an acting gig at that point.
Well, I
They
don't
say
know about
something.
that. I don't know about that, but we'll see what
If it
happens.
comes to that, it was an acting gig.
Fair enough.
I got you.
Right? Oh yeah, girl. How are you ladies doing? Oh, excellent. Thank you. So Kristen is doing a live body painting every day of ArtPrize. Every day it's a different theme, almost every day a different model. And these are different stories that the models have written out. Everyone you see here will be involved on one day of ArtPrize or multiple days. These are all the issues and then some that we'll be covering. So far she's covered anorexia, PTSD, coming out, transitioning, child abuse, sexual abuse. Today we're talking about bipolar. And she paints about 12 to 8 every day, so about 8 hours a day for 18 days, which is really intensive. And the designs are all created between conversation with Kristen and the model and kind of how they tell their personal story. And if you want to see the final design from tonight and from the previous nights, you can grab one of those little square vote code cards, and it has her name and her number on it. You can put either or into the ArtPrize website to find her page, and she's put up the final designs every night from what she's done, and she will for the next 10 days as well. Yep, those are not from ArtPrize, but a previous event that she did, and there's another one behind you. So to give people an idea of kind of what a final design may look like, especially if you come towards the start, you know. So we're still going. We've been painting since 12, and we'll go to about 8. I don't have to, but I do, because, you know, it is what it is. I just talk to people, and here we are. By the time I know it, 5 hours have gone by, and double that will be done. So, but yeah.
I do. My mom got them for me, and they have saved my life. Because it is. It's a lot of up and down, squat.
Wow,
and stand.
hi. You have 30 people right now. Say hi.
Hi, everyone. We're on Facebook
Live stream as well. Yeah. So, but yeah. So you grabbed a card. Again, you can check out the designs that she's done for all the other days. Thank you.
How many photos are people sending?
Just so I can.
So here we
they've
are.
been sending me at least 2 or 3 just that night, and then if they want to send me the other ones, they do.
Oh, okay.
Starting on some
I mean,
flames.
usually I just get like
Obviously, I've taken a lot more.
Right, absolutely, and like I mean, pick out the best ones that you like and shove them my
I
way.
mean, when I used to shoot with Laura, you would see every photo.
Aww.
She would delete.
Thank you for the hearts, and hi Kelly. Thank you so much. Share your stories with us too. Share with anyone that you know who may need to hear these stories. We're gonna keep painting, but keep sharing the love.
You know, I may even try to do a double exposure.
That would be cool.
We had-
I'm doing that right now.
Huh? I want
You
if
are.
If I do a double exposure, I want to sort
Or
of
is it?
a plain
Did it?
background.
Hey, you got it. That's all. Silliness.
You're the first.
Hi, Kelly.
You're the first one I ever did that with. You know that double
Body paint?
Oh, well, yeah.
Oh, double exposure.
And the double
Right, he didn't
exposure.
even go to jail for that one.
Out on my patio. Out on the patio.
Oh, it sounds like a creepy old man.
It's all like good fun, right?
Aww. You're so great.
I'm feeling clowns right now.
Clouds, which is also great because there are dark clouds and then you see the brightness through the clouds. There's always a breaky day Just saying.
And then in that case, have them call my dad.
right? Yeah.
So bad.
Just put that on the other side of your business card. Like, if you didn't make it, oh my
You
gosh.
can't make it. You're not gonna make it through.
Make it easier on your family. Call ahead. Just kidding. How are you guys doing today? Excellent. So Kristen is the artist here. She's a professional face and body painter, and her project is to paint approximately 8 hours a day for 18 days straight. So every day of ArtPrize, she is doing a different model and their personal story. All of the models have been through some sort of trauma, tragedy, or other not often talked about issue. So today we're talking about bipolar. She's done for ArtPrize previous to today, anorexia, coming out, transitioning, sexual abuse, child abuse, and she'll be doing addiction, other eating disorders, other mental illnesses, anxiety, depression. You can see the final design if you want to grab one of her cards, the square vote code. It has that in her name. You can search on the ArtPrize website. Every night she puts up the final design. So she does paint every day from about 12 to 8 p.m. You're welcome to swing back around, or again, just grab one of those. These are model stories. Everyone you see here will be involved at some point during the run of ArtPrize, and these are stories they've written themselves. Again, every model does have a personal connection to whatever trauma, tragedy, or mental illness that they are representing. So feel free to take pictures, ask questions, take the hotline number if you need it. The lady at the hotline said, what, 900 calls a day to over 7,000 since we've started the exhibit. So we really are touching people and making a difference. So feel free to grab one of those, ask questions, just observe whatever is good for you. Beautiful. No, I never said. My choice. And plus, my boobies are covered already. Coming along. Yeah, that looks good. That'd be great. Okay.
Just apparently leaving it unpainted.
Fair enough.
Fashion statement.
Fair enough. So if you guys just stepped over here, this is Kristen, and for her project, she's painting a different model in their theme every day of ArtPrize from 12 to 8 p.m. So given the overtime, sometimes it'll be about 165 hours live painting that she'll be doing throughout the course of ArtPrize. And right crazy. So all of the issues that you see on this banner are ones that will be addressed at some point during ArtPrize, as well as others. You can read personal model stories over here. Every one of these people will be involved. Today we're talking about Bipolar. So far in ArtPrize, she's done models that have dealt with anorexia, child abuse, sexual abuse, coming out, transitioning, PTSD, so really important issues, and we're really trying to make ourselves vulnerable while we tell our stories to help empower people in the community to come to terms with their own stories, share their own voices, or get the help that they need. So here we are. You can take pictures, ask questions, share your stories. If you want to see the final designs from each day, just take one of the square cards. You can put either her name or her vote code in, and every night she uploads the final design. So you can see what she's done so far and what she'll be doing over the next 10 days as well. Yep. And that's for today. So we kind of chose the Phoenix because I actually have a tattoo as a daily reminder for myself. Choosing to go through with my positive habits, to read my books every morning. I feed my mind with something productive. I'm very active in my community to try to give back as much as I can and provide as much empowerment and light to other people. But basically, you can always start again. And no matter how bad the day is or the issue, there's always hope. So. Aww. Kim said she loves this. Thanks, Kim. What? Who knows? Alright. It's been a while.
How it's going.
Yes, ma'am. I've clearly been touching my bed more. Every day. Where would be the code? Maybe a discount. Damn, I'm here. If you guys are just coming up, this is Kristen. She is a professional face and body painter, and her project is every day of ArtPrize from 12 to 8 p.m. She's painting a different model and their story, their theme. Thank you so much. These are some of the issues that she'll be talking about on this banner as well as others. These are real stories from the models. Everyone you see here will be participating at some point, and every model has been through some sort of trauma, tragedy, or otherwise untalked about issue. So far she's done anorexia, PTSD, coming out, transitioning, child abuse, sexual abuse. We're talking about bipolar today. She'll be dealing with addiction, other mental illnesses, and eating disorders. Again, you can read some stories there. If you don't want to wait around until 8 p.m. every day to see the final design, right? You don't want to stand here like, but I'll be here. You can grab one of the square cards that has both her name and her vote code. You can put either one into the ArtPrize website, and every night she uploads the final design that you can see there. So for one example, one that was really powerful to me was an ex-Marine with PTSD. So she painted half of his body in a military uniform, and the other half were like his bullet holes and his wounds, with the Marine's rifle code fully written out on his back. And just to have all of these models here sharing their story in a way that is very vulnerable, we're hoping will, one, spark community dialogue, but also really empower other people who may need to hear it, to know, one, they're not alone, and two, sharing your voice is really important to help other people. So feel free to read, take pictures, ask questions, simply observe, whatever is good for you all. Always.
I don't know what I was trying to do there, but that wasn't
I feel
it.
like a Frankenstein zombie coming on my hand because I keep touching my back. She goes, stop doing it.
Enjoy yourself.
Not too much. Double exposure. Oh, my jokes and videos weren't too bad about like wanting to win, not being picked out. And they knew what they were getting. They seemed pretty cool with it. Like, more power to it. I mean, or they were laughing nervously. I have no idea.
For the next time, we're going to start advertising.
For this?
You know, my friends in Grand Rapids.
That would be great. Monday, October 2nd, and every day, but that's when I'm here. Yeah. And if you need to come later in the day, that would be okay. If you need to come later in the day, you're good?
Nuts, I'm going to get up here early. Well, at least
I like your spirit.
I gotta take care of you, Steve. You don't ditch us.
Right?
Yes, I've actually, I was raped by an ex-boyfriend of mine, so there's that, and then depression as well, so, and doing this project has actually helped me cope with some of the things that have happened to me as
I
well.
just wondered what
Yeah.
was your motivation.
Yeah,
Very nice.
Oh, thank you.
We all have stories.
Right. Like I said, unfortunately, it is not difficult to find people. And what was really nice is that you didn't have a hard time finding people who were willing to share.
right.
I'd love to hear what their experiences are as the models here, especially for newer folks, and if it helped them heal as well as sharing with the
I
community.
think Kelly would be a good one to talk to because she's never been body painted before, and that was the child sexual abuse one. And
Oh, wow,
I was
yeah.
actually kind of nervous because of the nature of it, and I'd not doing it before, but she's doing it in 2 more days.
Oh wow, yeah. So for a good cause.
Yeah,
Right.
maybe I think the next one she's going to do is drug addiction, so which correlated with it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm nice, but you know what I mean.
Right.
Hi there. How are you guys doing? Oh, excellent. So Kristen is the artist here, and she's a professional face and body painter. So her project is healing through body art, and every day she has a different model and a different theme, a tragedy or trauma or otherwise often spoken about mental illness or other issue, and every model is personally dealt with that issue or is very close to it in some way. And so you'll see all of the issues on this banner listed. Every one of these models will be involved one day or another. These are their personal stories. So about 8 hours a day for 18 days. She's really trying to paint in the most vulnerable way so we can share our stories to hopefully empower others to welcome their own stories and to share them to get the help they need and just to feel more empowered. So that's what we're here for. Oh, thank you. And if you want to see the final designs, you can grab one of those vote cards. It has her name, the square ones there, and then yeah, you can put her name or her vote code into the ArtPrize website to pull up her page, and every night she uploads the final designs, so you can see various ones, what she's done so far: anorexia, PTSD coming out, transitioning, sexual abuse, child abuse, bipolar here today, so really important stuff. Absolutely.
Alright. Giving up this arm.
Right.
For the name of art.
Yep.
Oh, I want to cover up your feelings.
You can like paint with it. Kind of to show it off. Why do you have it? Well, let me show you. Aw, hearts. Thank you all. Thank you. Great. Hi there. How are you guys doing? Oh, excellent. Are you enjoying ArtPrize? Oh, fantastic. Have you been by here? Oh, I am. Absolutely. Oh, it's great. So she's painting live models every day of ArtPrize from 12 to 8 p.m. And every model has either one of these issues or another trauma, tragedy, or otherwise unspoken about issue, be it a mental illness or other trauma. You'll see personal stories here. Every one of these models will be involved at some point during ArtPrize, and every one of the models has a personal connection to that story. So she's done so far anorexia, PTSD, we're doing bipolar today. She's done coming out, transitioning, sexual assault, child abuse. She'll be getting into addiction, other mental illnesses, anxiety, depression, other eating disorders. Really trying to be as vulnerable as we can to share our stories with the community, to raise that dialogue and help other people who may need that empowerment, that resource, to share their voice and know that they're not alone, and it's okay to talk about, you know. So we collaborate on the theme she does with the models every day, whatever it is to use to tell their story. So for me, I have a tattoo every day to remind me to make the choices that I need to stay in a good place. And so we kind of took the phoenix as being reborn, because you never know what's going to happen sometimes if you have, you know, various triggers. And so, but if something happens, you can always start again. Yeah. And if you want to see the final designs, you don't want to wait around till 8 p.m. every day, which you're welcome to do. But grab one of those square cards, the vote code. It has her name and the vote code on it. If you put that into the ArtPrize website, every night she uploads the final design. So you can see what she's already done and then what she does over the next 10 days as well. So yeah, thank you so much.
Well, it's like the bolt comes in and the bolt goes out.
I know, right?
It's okay. Those are little snack breaks for
Right?
I mean,
Is
it
there-
only
is there
happens like
another-
once or twice, but
After work is out, is there another rush of people at that?
Usually, yeah,
coming in
it
out.
starts picking up like 6 to 8 is usually pretty. 6 to 8 is usually pretty busy.
oh, sorry, I needed to
I'm
move
gonna
my
go, I'll be
spine.
back, I'm gonna go find the restroom.
Okay, there's one upstairs and downstairs. So
Not on this floor. Upstairs.
upstairs or downstairs. There is an elevator.
There is another?
Yep, right outside these doors right here. There's an elevator. So
I'll leave my camera here.
yeah,
Oh, yeah, we
let's
can
put it back here.
I'm safe.
Unlike you, I'm old. and I-
Fair enough.
Need a little extra help. I get it. I get it
Lens cap?
completely.
No. It's got a, no, I don't have a lens cap.
I just don't want it
It's got the
Oh,
UV
protect-
filter in it.
Okay. Do you want to wheel back up here?
All right, I'll be back shortly.
Did I say that louder? Oh, sorry, I just needed to stretch my back. Okay. Continue on. Hi guys. Oh, thanks for the likes, the hearts. Keep them coming. We appreciate it. Again, share on your feed if you would like other people to see this, and invite people who may need to hear it.
Yeah, I'm gonna see because I can get those back lights because they're out of the
So here we are, working on the flames on the arms. I've done flames on the legs, rising out of the ashes. You'll see the phoenix really coming along here. We've got the scales trying to keep balanced. Lots more to come. And here's Kristen getting back to work.
Oh yeah, I gotta
Say
do
hi.
that right.
Say hi. The
Hi.
magic.
I'm
She's
still-
the magic.
I'm still alive for those who are wondering. Barely. But still alive.
She is almost halfway through. Tomorrow is half. It's like a marathon.
Woohoo! It's like a marathon.
I believe in you.
It is definitely like a marathon.
Right? So I figured in your PhD, you're almost through undergrad. Just a little ways to go, not bad.
I'm gonna be so good at body painting after all this. Like, my work's gonna like improve exponentially.
Oh, I agree with you 100%. I do think the book though looks great. I didn't even know like a mini documentary thing. Like, well, I guess I can't. Not getting this live stuff, but I think the photo is just interviewing you to say what's going on. Yeah. Although I'm used to volunteering extra work for myself for no reason, so.
I mean, if you have a life and you can't get to it, I totally understand.
How are you today?
Hi.
Oh, excellent. I'm like, do I have anything here yet? Can I still itch? Can I still itch?
I have.
We'd love if you guys want to comment as well. What themes you have seen throughout the week, maybe what you'd like to see in a future event, and how this is speaking to you, or any other words that you might have. Thank you. Don't mind me.
Don't mind me.
Community dialogue. While we have a pause,
Oh, we have a
I
pause.
gotta check this out of screen. Plenty, lots of voicemails.
Ooh.
Okay, here's the right, my back feels like wolf, but well, that's us. Well, my cooter's not falling out. It's good to see you still creating art. Sounds like an interesting project. Aw, wonderful. 721 views so far.
Oh, yeah.
The one we did on coming out, last time I looked, it had over 1,200. Isn't that crazy?
I had one of mine have 37,000 views.
That's amazing. Which day was that?
Rachel's second day, the depression one. The one that I was
That's
really out of it when
really-
I did it. I was like so gone. Like, she sent me a text message. She's like, I love you, and I know that you're feeling the weight of ArtPrize.
No. But
It was like,
it must
yeah.
have been one of the most powerful.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
It's great. Where do you want me?
You're right there.
Aw.
No
No problem.
Thanks,
Aw,
Sandra.
babe. Thank you, Ron. You know, we can make that happen.
We really could.
We got a good join
Hi.
here. Aw. Yep, I'm live with you. How are you guys doing today? Oh, I just asked how you're doing. Oh, yeah. Excellent. Kristen's project, she's actually painting a different model every day of ArtPrize, sharing their story. Every model has been through some kind of tragedy or trauma. You can read a lot of their personal stories here. She's done so far anorexia, coming out, depression, transitioning, PTSD, child abuse, sexual assault. We're doing bipolar today. But if you want to see what the final designs look like, you can grab one of these cards and put her name or the code, whichever one, into the ArtPrize site. And every night she uploads what the final design looks like. Because she paints about 8 hours a day almost for 18 days straight. So if you want to see what that looks like.
I'm gonna be really tired by the end of this. I'm already kind of tired, but I'm trying not to like acknowledge it. Thank you.
She's not tired at all.
I'm not tired, guys. I'm not tired. I'm good. Oh no, we don't want to spill our coffee.
And that's permanently stained. It's been through the dishwasher. So
Okay.
you're not going to eat it. I heard on average that a woman would eat 2 bullets stick a year if she wears it Like, just a little
That
bit.
makes sense. That makes sense.
Crazy, right?
Crazy. Cray cray. Let's see. I want to get your.
Nice bird. That's from Nathan. Unround.
Oh, thanks.
Do you want me to be down? Is that easier for you? You want me to sit?
I need to
Or
just
just
move
squat?
my water out of the way. That's what it is. I need to get to your arm. And I have some obstacles that I need to remove.
How are you today? Oh, excellent. Thank you. So, Kristen is a professional face and body painter. And every day of ArtPrize, she's painting a different model in their story. Everyone has been through some sort of tragedy or trauma, mental illness, something that's not often talked about. And so we're really trying to create a community dialogue, sharing our stories in a vulnerable way. So, yeah. Oh, thank you. And these are some of the model stories here. She's done anxiety, depression, anorexia, coming out, transitioning, child abuse, sexual assault. We're going through bipolar today, and every day she talks with that model and kind of how they can best represent their story. And so that's kind of what she's here for. Well, thank you. And if you want to grab the square cards, those have her name and vote code on them. Put either of those into the ArtPrize website. Every night she uploads a picture of the final design. So by the end of ArtPrize, you can see what over 160 hours of painting you can use. Don't tell her that.
Stop reminding me.
I'm proud of her. So
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
oh, thank you.
Thank you. It's been great. We've had a lot of people come through and share their stories with us as well. I think that's been my favorite part of it too. So
Aw. Thank you.
yeah. Keep on keeping on.
Absolutely. How are you guys doing today? Oh, excellent. So Kristen's project is that she's painting a different model live every day from 12 to 8 p.m. for ArtPrize, and all of the models have been through some sort of tragedy or trauma or personal story that's not normally talked about. Everyone you see here is one of the models who will be involved with the project in their personal stories. She's covered anxiety, depression, anorexia, transitioning, coming out. We're talking about bipolar today. She'll go through addiction, other mental illnesses, other eating disorders, things that are really important to create a community dialogue about, but that are normally not talked about. And so we're trying to be as vulnerable with our stories to really help empower other people to share theirs and get the help they need, / create a community that you're okay to talk about it without the stigma. You know, and if you want to see the final designs after 8 hours each day, you can grab one of those square cards. It has her name and vote code on it. You can put that into the ArtPrize website, and every night she uploads the final design, so you can see what she's done so far and then what she's doing over the next 10 days as well. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And that's, yep, one of those right there. Oh, Steve. He already had one hip replaced.
Oh my.
He used to be a runner, that's the problem. That's why I play dead goat and I fall over. I hold the riding shoes that make me, I just faint.
It used to be a runner.
Oh right, yeah, I thought you said I was like, I did cross country for 1 year. And I played soccer and all that, but now I'm kind of lazy. I mean, not really, I do this. Drive a lot, weight lift, do some chemical, but mostly crunch my time at the computer.
Too busy voting for me.
What? Who? Yeah. Wait, what? Yes.
With all that.
Oh,
You
yeah.
said spend time at your computer. I said, and now
I did vote for you. You want to sit here?
I think he wants
Oh,
his camera.
You could ask me.
I think he wants his tool.
Oh. You don't want to bring in the photograph. I don't know how that would work.
As long as you have a ruler, compass, and a protractor and some tape.
Tape and gravity.
And gravity.
Which I do get that one is plausible, but just the way you said it. Gravity is really important. I'm talking about somebody fabulous. Which ones here?
Says here 2.6% of adults in the U.S. live with bipolar disorder.
Yep, and she got that from a psychologist out of Kalamazoo.
It's more like 5.2.
I'm sure it is more, but that's what the I had a psychologist who I worked with, and she actually got my statistics for me. And then, I mean, that's probably just what is known. That's probably not of the cases that have not been actually out and expressed.
The reason
So,
I say it's probably exactly double that.
Yes.
Bipolar person is living with a spouse,
Yeah.
companion. So that means they both
Sometimes, but a lot of times. Takes one to take care of one. How about that?
yeah, but a lot of times they both live with it.
Oh, I
even
see
though
what
they
you
don't.
mean.
Afflicted by it.
Yeah. And I think that would be an interesting way to word it. So thank you, sir, for that insight. I am surprised, too, that it's so low, but it's probably not.
Right, it's probably just like
It's probably like
reported.
7.
Yeah, and then the
Honestly.
numbers are probably just actual reported cases as
Yep.
opposed to.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah, I'm sure it's way.
How are you guys doing today? Oh, excellent. So this is Kristen. She's the artist here. She's a professional face and body painter, and so every day of ArtPrize from 12 to 8 p.m. she's painting a different model in their story. And everyone has been through some sort of tragedy, trauma, or otherwise unspoken issue, including everything you see here. She's painted so far anorexia, coming out, transitioning. We're doing bipolar today, child abuse, sexual assault, PTSD. She'll be dealing with addiction, other mental illnesses, other eating disorders. Everyone you see here is a model who will be involved on one of the days in their personal stories. And we're really trying to be as empowering to the community as we can and to raise awareness about these issues, really just putting ourselves both physically and emotionally on the line for top vulnerability to really share our stories. So feel free to take pictures, read stories. If you guys want to see the final designs from all 18 days, you can take one of these cards, put either her name or the vote code into the ArtPrize website, and every night she uploads the final design for that. So, absolutely. Oh, yes. Oop, where you go?
Why do I keep walking away from my paint?
No. Oh,
What am I doing? Am I gonna step on you?
I don't know.
Probably.
Where do you want?
I saw a spot. Haha, that's it.
No naked. It'd be so sick of people by the time we get done with this. First of all, you got us joking with you, radar, and you probably just want to focus.
Never. What's focus? I don't even know how to focus. Are you kidding me?
That's what makes you so creative.
It's that ADD.
Frankenstein.
That ADHD.
Oh, I feel you. Say it sometimes in my class, and I'm like, oh, maybe I shouldn't say that kind of stuff. I lay it right out for them, man. People want to know who you are, when you talk about why should I listen to you talk about it, when are you going to be done? Oh, that's what people want to know. Here's how we make that happen.
This is what we're doing.
Artifact
Stuff.
rules. Hi. I can't read what this says, but there are some great comments, so thank you for that. I'll take a look.
How about I slay all day? Is this shirt appropriate or not? What, guys?
Boom!
Slay all
Literally,
day.
though. Literally.
Literally.
Slave for
Literally.
art.
Literally.
Okay, so. Oh, here's what it says. Favorite so far, one on canvas. Very cool. Aww. Love today's design. Way to go, Kristen, and her beautiful model. Thank you for sharing your talent on this platform so we can all learn. Aw, great. Thank you, Jennifer.
Okay.
All right.
Alright. What are we doing next? I can cover that spot. That's
Yeah,
what
let's
I can do.
let's hit it. So if you guys are just walking in, this is Kristen. This is her exhibit. She's a professional face and body painter. And every day of ArtPrize, she's painting a different model's story, different tragedy, trauma, or otherwise untalked about issue. And every one of the issues that she's painting is a personal story from the model, either that they have been through, they are going through, or they are very close to, including all of the issues you see on this banner. All of these models will be involved for one or more days of ArtPrize with their personal stories. So far, she's covered anorexia, PTSD, coming out, transitioning, sexual assault, child abuse. We're doing bipolar today. She'll deal with depression and anxiety and addiction and other mental illnesses, other traumas. So if you want to see kind of what the final design is, instead of coming back at 8 p.m. every day, she paints almost 8 hours a day for every day for 18 days. You can pick up one of these square cards. It has both her name and her code on it. You can put either one of those into the ArtPrize website and it'll pull up what she's done so far. Every night she takes a picture and posts the final design, so that way you can kind of keep up with what she's done and where she's going. So you feel free to ask questions, take pictures, share the resource number with anyone you know that might need it, and we'll go from there. So thank you guys so much. The ones from my phone. Skin on the inside. Okay.
Okay, I got you.
More from the front side. I hope I don't see skin. Anything? Feel good? You want to do stuff on the back?
I want to do a little more design on your arrow.
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
Your arrow.
Just trying to think for you.
I gotta put bloody stuff too.
Great.
Yeah, I get her
Blood will go around.
a little bit.
Hi there. So if you guys didn't hear from the last folks that were here, Kristen is the artist here today. She is a professional face and body painter. And for this exhibit, she's painting a different model story every day of ArtPrize from 12 to 8 p.m. So about 8 hours of painting for 18 days straight each day. And all of these stories you see here are issues we will be dealing with. All of these models will be involved on one or more days. All of these will be issues we're dealing with as well. She usually just collaborates kind of either beforehand or in the morning with the model on how they can best tell their story, and that's sort of where the design comes from. You can see all of the final designs if you'd like, instead of waiting around till 8 p.m. every night, by grabbing one of these square cards. It has both her name and her vote code on it. You can put either one into the ArtPrize website, and every night she posts the final design. So far, she's dealt with anorexia, coming out, transitioning, PTSD from an ex-Marine, child abuse, sexual abuse, bipolar today, and so really important issues that we're hoping we can create some community dialogue with. Yep, absolutely. Oh, she's amazing, and it just comes to her. We started at 12. Right. Yeah, I stretch my back quite well when I get home. I always realize even if I complain about driving along, well, I don't usually complain about it, or computer work, but I say I don't do enough exercise. I think about the people that have to stand all day at their jobs as like cashiers and stuff. Total respect, man.
At the bank.
My back can't handle that.
I was a lot bigger.
I feel like I used to be able to do a lot of things I can't do anymore. Hi guys.
10 years ago, I had no limits.
Right. So this is Kristen. This is her
Hi, guys.
exhibit. She's a professional face and body painter, and every day of ArtPrize, she's painting a different model in their story via body paint. Some of these stories are what is included here. You'll find other personal stories on this stand here. All of these models you see will be involved on one or more days. So far, she has painted anorexia, PTSD, coming out, transitioning, child abuse, sexual assault, and going through bipolar today. She collaborates with the model on kind of what the theme is for each of the final paintings as you will, and how best to tell that person's story personally. And so if you have questions about that, just feel free to give me an ask. If you do want to see the final designs, because she does paint from 12 to 8 every day, so it'll be a total of 160 plus hours that she's painted live during ArtPrize. You can take one of these square cards that has both her name and her vote code on it. You can put either one into the ArtPrize website, and every night she uploads what the final design is. So for example, they had a PTSD with an ex-Marine. Half of him was painted as a uniform, the other half was basically bullet holes in his pain, as well as the Marine's rifle code fully written out on the back. Other powerful things just like that. So feel free to check it out. We hope you will read, share the resources, and if you have anybody that really needs to see it, send them on over. Absolutely. Oh, thank you. Oh yeah, no. Now I feel it. Feels like me now. Sweet taste. I love you. Thank you. Let it keep you entertained. I just do like too. Almost everyone's really supportive or something. Only seen a few people push their partners past the exhibit.
But mostly because they don't know what's going on.
Yeah. Husband, don't look at that. You're 89 years old. Your life. Staying alive. Staying alive, Barb. Like the devil waking up next to you again. But, no, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. I think marriage is a beautiful thing. If done right. Supportively. Or a prison or a trap.
I like the flames on your arms. They look pretty good.
Right? Strengthen the flames. In the back, you can see the design. Gotta share with the peeps.
I love it.
It is beautiful, gorgeous. I just had to pull the thumb out of my booty, just so you know. Alright.
Okay, what do I want to do?
Hi. Say what? Oh, fair enough. So this is great, beautiful.
Can I like that?
Yeah, that's great.
You're getting oxygen.
With a wide open mouth and voice. That sounds like it.
And I'm here with you too.
Aw.
Them to come by and give you a shout out.
Woo!
Yeah.
Frick to the air.
Huh? My phone will just post it instead of about 9:30.
How are you guys doing today? Oh, excellent. I always and she's painting a different model actually every day of ArtPrize from 12 to 8 p.m. Every model has been through some sort of trauma, tragedy, or other story people don't normally talk about. So all of the issues you see here are ones that we'll be dealing with, as well as others. You can read personal model stories here. Everyone on this board will be involved at some point. So far she's covered anorexia, PTSD, coming out as a lesbian, being transgender, and child abuse, sexual assault. Today we're dealing with being bipolar. And every model's story is then somehow represented through a theme that we collaborate with Kristen on. And we're basically here trying to raise community awareness for these issues and put ourselves out there vulnerably, both physically and emotionally, to let people know they're not alone, to erase the stigma, and to really get people using the hotline if they need it. Somebody told Kristen from the hotline that they started at about 900 calls a day or texts, and since her exhibit started, it's been over 7,000. So she really is making a difference. Yeah. So take pictures, ask questions, read stories. If you want to see the final designs instead of waiting till 8 p.m. every day, you can grab one of those square cards. It has both her name and her vote code on it. You can put either one into the ArtPrize website, and every night she uploads the final design. So far, again, you can see PTSD, anorexia, child abuse, sexual assault, depression, and this one will be up there tonight as well.
Where's your story? Is this your story here?
There's one. I'll be here 3 different days. Today we're doing Bipolar, and so we chose the Phoenix because I actually have a tattoo. For me, it's a daily reminder to make sure I feed my brain right and I keep to good habits and I take responsibility for my actions no matter what they are, whether I'm proud of them or not. And it's basically also rebirth. So if I do have a bad day, if I have an episode or I'm not the nicest to the people that are the best to me, I can always restart, always refresh, and it is a constant renewal as well, keeping up on what I need to be my best. It's a daily thing. So that's kind of what we're here for.
God,
Where do you
I
want
got
me?
a little chilly. Are you okay?
I'm okay.
If I'm a little chilly, how are you surviving?
I'm asking you, is that fair? You're cold and she puts a sweater.
Yeah. That's okay. That's okay.
I'm so mean, aren't I? I'm so mean.
And again, if you guys want to see the final designs from each day, you can grab one of the square cards there. It has her name and her vote code in it. Put that into the ArtPrize website. And every night she takes a picture of the final design and uploads it. She is painting a different model in their story every single day of ArtPrize, 8 hours a day, so over 160 hours of live painting during ArtPrize. And all of the issues that you see on this banner will be discussed at some point. These are models that will all be involved in ArtPrize and their personal stories. So every story is some sort of tragedy, trauma, mental illness, eating disorder, things that really need to be talked about. So you'll see the designs up so far on PTSD, child abuse, sexual assault, depression, coming out as a lesbian, transitioning genders, and a lot of other really important issues. You'll see addiction coming up. We have bipolar today. So please do check out her name or her vote code on the ArtPrize website so you can see what the final design looks like. So you'll have 18 total at the end of ArtPrize. Feel free to take pictures, ask questions, write down the hotline if you or someone you know needs it. And I hope you guys enjoy ArtPrize. Yeah. Well, the knees are okay. Just on the back. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Hi.
Hi.
How are you today?
Great.
Oh, excellent. So, if you guys want to see what the final design will look like today, we'll be done approximately 8 p.m. You can grab a card, and she actually paints a different model's story every day of ArtPrize. So she'll upload the final design every night, a total of 18 by the end, by going to her page, either by her name or vote code on the ArtPrize website. Every single one of the stories has some sort of tragedy, trauma, or otherwise not often talked about issue, including everything you see on the banner here. All of the stories that you see up here are ones that will be highlighted. So if you do go there, you'll see pictures she's done from the past few days, which is on PTSD, coming out, transitioning, child abuse, depression, sexual assault, bipolar today. So there are a lot of issues we're hoping the community may take the stigma off of to start talking about and to really put ourselves out there emotionally and physically to empower others to take a hold of their own stories. Yeah.
When did she start?
Noon. Yep. Yeah, so she goes approximately 12 to 8 every day, sometimes a little longer if there's a break, but she says stop telling her, but it's over 160 hours of live painting during ArtPrize.
Think of it as starting right now and finishing a week from right now.
Non-stop.
Non-stop.
The 8 hours of painting does not include tear down and sun up to it.
So.
You mean the long shower? Is that what you said?
Right, that too. And she does use their professional body paint, paint that is water based, and so it does come off. Just need an extended shower, I'd say, and a good scrubbing
Don't you feel
loofah.
bad though after 8 hours of work?
Don't answer.
See this man right here with the camera? He will
Right.
take care of it so I don't cry at the end of the night.
Right.
The light colors come off easier than the dark colors. Is that
Yeah.
true?
Yeah, I was all red once for a different time, and it stayed for a while. It kind of sucks right in, but it was all right. Their paint actually comes off
No, that was
really
glitter
easily.
that stuck around for 6 months.
Oh
my gosh.
Right. I think I touched something. Did I? Why Frankenstein? How did I get so Frankie?
You know.
I'm gonna stop showing you so you stop thinking about what you need to cover up next. At least it's all from the back. Don't say that word. There's no fixing. And there's a space in the frame. We'll call it life.
Now, if there was a full moon tonight, I'd drive over to South Haven and take pictures of you running on the beach with that.
Oh yeah, right. Well, that'd be wild if I could stay awake. Okay, coming along. Okay.
I smell like slowly trying to outline this entire time, and then I'll be.
Well, there's plenty if you really wanted to
I
outline all the
mean,
plans.
really.
You have plenty to do. Outline
I'm liking
these,
it, though.
blunt,
I really like it.
Blunt on the back. Say what?
I'm really liking it though. What are your thoughts?
Oh, I love it.
I hate it.
Why would I feel like
I can't wait to watch it
No,
now.
I think it fits. How are you doing today? Oh, excellent. So Kristen is the artist here. She's a professional face and body painter, and every day of ArtPrize she's painting a different model in their story. So every model has been through some sort of trauma, tragedy, or has a story that most people wouldn't talk about. So today we're talking about living with bipolar. All of the issues you see listed here and more will have a highlight on one of the days for ArtPrize. So she does paint 12 to 8 basically all day, every day of ArtPrize, and it's based on the own model's personal stories. That's how the themes and the design kind of comes through. So for me it's a phoenix. So being bipolar, there are times where maybe I'm not quite myself, or I'm not quite, I get angry, or I'm crying, or whatever it is. That's not something I would really want to be on public display. I actually have a tattoo for that there's always a chance to be reborn again with every second, even just saying I'm taking power of my own life again, and just starting afresh and keeping the focus on the person I want to be every day. And so that's kind of what we're doing here, keeping things in balance. The arrow is, I heard a really great quote that means a lot to me, and it was said, an arrow cannot fly without first being pulled back. So for me, anything I might consider a setback, I think really opens my eyes to be a lot more grateful for the good things in life, and to see more light than maybe I would have seen if I hadn't seen so much darkness. So that's where we are, and if you want to take one of these square cards, it has her name and her vote code on it. What you can do is put that into the ArtPrize website. It'll pull up her page, and every night at the end of the day, she paints for about 8 hours a day, and at the very end she'll take a photo and upload that to the website. So you can see what she's done so far and what she'll be doing. So far she's done depression, anorexia, coming out, transitioning, child abuse, sexual assault, bipolar. So there's a lot of really real issues that we're trying to be as vulnerable as we can to empower other people to share their own stories as well. Oh, absolutely.
You must not have any ticklish thoughts.
All right. I think it's the number one question I'm going to have to say is, does it tickle? And maybe when you do this sometimes, but other than that. Oh, I think it's the inside of the thigh is like the most, but I mean, I don't know. Actually, not tickling, but
I needed something.
I hate it when people try to tickle me. People won't do it anymore because I'll punch them in the face.
Like, seriously, I hate tickle. Tickling
Right.
is a form of torture. It actually stimulates the same nerves as pain does.
Ah.
So, like, and like
for me, and I guess it's common, you can't distinct, your body won't be able to distinguish
Right,
being
is
tickled
that why
and
I
that. And
instinctively punch?
I will cry. I
Yeah.
had an ex who held me up for a half hour to tickle me.
That's a long.
Yeah,
That's
I
like
cried the entire time. I was
Why
crying
didn't
and
he
laughing.
stop?
He's like, at first I was just doing it because I knew you didn't like it, and then I was intrigued because I've never seen that type of reaction to anything before. I'm like, are you serious?
It's like another form of rape. I don't know about that. Yikes. I would say that's what it feels like. Like, I don't know what that would be like. To watch the social experiment. Yeah, it's sort of. No, I mean, not like I'm anyone's.
But I mean, like, yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. So if you guys are just kind of walking in, this is Kristen. She is the artist, and every day of ArtPrize, she's painting a different model and their story. Everyone has been through some sort of tragedy, trauma, or has an issue that society normally doesn't talk about, including everything you see on this banner. These are models that will be involved in their personal stories. So far, she has done anorexia, PTSD, coming out, transitioning, sexual assault, child abuse, bipolar here today. She'll be covering addiction, other mental illnesses, other eating disorders. If you do want to see the final design from each day, she does paint 8 hours a day for 18 days straight, then every day of ArtPrize, right? It's intensive, don't tell her that, she doesn't want to hear that. You can grab one of these square cards or just grab the vote code. If you put that into the ArtPrize website, it'll pull you up to her page, and every night she posts a picture of the final design. So if you kind of want to keep up that way versus showing up every night at 8, you're more than welcome to do that. But feel free to take pictures. If you have questions, please let us know. If you have questions about how we came about this theme to represent Bipolar, just please let me know, and I'm happy to answer any questions that you may have.
Absolutely, very simple.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Are you getting anything good, Steve? I keep moving right in between shots. Okay. That was great. We were up to 34 that one time. Freedom. Okay. It is 5:48. Yes. 5:48.
I'm wondering if I should take like a 15-minute break.
You can do it. I can just stay.
Will you sit so I feel better about life?
Oh, they come off on my booty?
No, you sit in like one of these.
Okay.
Want me to raise it?
Or are you taking a break right now?
Yeah, I think so.
Thank you. Steve is taking a photo. No. One more time. Good? So I can stop staring at them. You want to get like this looks like. Well, I'm gonna fall. I got my eyes closed. Let me see that. You know how I like this. Let me put my leg up so you can see the design on the bottom.
Let me come over here, then I'll shoot that way.
Okay. Hey, how's it going, man?
Good. If you have 30 seconds after a little break, maybe I can take a few pics.
Oh,
That's all right.
yeah, that would be great. That'd be great. I'm just gonna find my bag. Yes, tell me when. I can't close my eyes until then. I don't have good balance when I have my eyes closed.
One more. Want to change my name?
Kristen, listen. you can take it. I just need
Okay.
taking a little break, folks.
Thanks, Diana.
Will this be okay on the mat, or will it puncture the mat?
You can put it on the mat.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
It's like my
Oh my
workout
gosh.
mats. It will puncture them.
It's, you know, if something happens to this, I'm not gonna be upset. I don't know if you've seen it. I don't know if you realize what you're looking at.
Oh, what is that? Hi. Oh, hi, Diana. Oh, wonderful. Looks awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much.
I'll do like a view of you real quick, and then I'm gonna
Go up, down, and all around.
up, down, all around.
Okay.
Everything.
So here we are.
I'm not sure if it is even on you, but I'm hoping that it is. And then she's got a blue booty. All right, guys. I need like a 15-minute break. I'm tired. Ooh, my roots look orange. Slate is no good. All right, we'll see you in a little bit.
Hi there.